Welcome, everyone, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and gorgeous PNC Park. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Baltimore Orioles going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And on the mound for Pittsburgh in this one, Mitch Keller. What do you look for here? Coming up on the first pitch, Taylor Ward digs in now.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
And the home opener is underway.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
Next offering is fouled back.
Slider, low outside.
The 0-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Slider, low outside.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Next offering is fouled back.
Sweeper, low inside.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter.
Sweeper.
Any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Fastball, middle inside.
2 down, nobody on. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
The 0-2. Got it! Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back here in Pittsburgh and getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. What do we have on him? Jake Mangum now at the plate.
Number 28,
Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. Just got him on that one.
Man, that was bang, bang. Tough to tell in full speed, Boog.
I got to be honest with you, I couldn't tell either. As they ask for time to check with their replay guys about a possible challenge, we wait and see.
Yeah, and we usually get a couple of close ones every game, it seems, and this one is just about as close as it gets.
Here's a final look at it. They called him out, and I'm thinking it's going to stay that way.
I think you're right, and it was worthy of another look, no doubt. But after seeing these replays, I just think they're going to stay with the original call, just not seeing enough to overturn it.
Here's the decision now, and he is out. So they lose the challenge, and they won't have any more the rest of the way. Nick Gonzalez, the next Pirate to hit. Ball to strike. That one fouled off. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Here's a Pirates lineup now. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, the key is to lay off pitches down in the zone until you're forced to swing. Set your sights higher in the strike zone, looking for something elevated, because sinkers are less effective up in the zone. They tend to flatten out. So when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Brian Reynolds in the box here lets that one go for a ball. On the ground, right side, Jackson sends it to first, and they take care of Reynolds for the out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Scoreless after 1. Back here at PNC Park, so now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Samuel Basallo. Keller making his first start of the year, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Iowa. Lined into right, and that's down, a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice line drive to pull sides, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Kobe Mayo in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fouled off. He was late.
Slurve. Low outside.
Now one missed.
Sinker. Middle inside.
And he can't make the play. He can't make it back to the bag in time, and he's on at first. The tag, and they get him at second. That's a double play. So next to hit for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. On the ground at first, and that goes foul.
High outside.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that is that. Orioles held in check there. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2 at the plate for Pittsburgh, Marcell Ozuna. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Here's O'Neal Cruz. Swing and a ball hammered left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
They're cooking with gas, Boo. 2 runners in scoring position with no outs and a great chance to keep doing damage with swings like the one we just saw for the automatic double. Looking to keep it going. Pass me that popcorn.
Nick York up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. A bunt, and it's popped up. And a foul ball. Puts a bunt down. Alonso, the underhand flip, runs, scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
Well, a safety squeeze can be tough to defend, especially with a good runner at third. You can't risk trying to be overly aggressive and make a play at the plate and give up that easy out at first.
Fouled off down the right side. Ground ball left side. Toss to Alonso. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. So digging in, Spencer Horwitz. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
That's the ball.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in bottom half of inning number 2. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Henry Davis will hit next, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Wood! The 0-1. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll take a jog around the bases, and they add on. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boone. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. It's Singy. It tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Now it's going to be Jake Mangum.
No, that's down. Ball.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
The 1-1 comes up empty. That's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Got him swinging for the K. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So they move out in front after a 4-run outburst. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. It's the Pirates 4 and the Orioles nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Tap foul at the plate.
4-seam fastball. High middle.
And there's a foul ball.
Slider. Middle inside.
Next one in the dirt.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Bounce to the right side. Horowitz takes it to the bag. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd.
Batting 8th, center
Here's
fielder.
Leody
4-seam
Taveras.
fastball. Middle inside.
And first offering is fouled off.
4-seam fastball. High inside. Slurve. Low inside.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Jeremiah Jackson now in the box.
4-seam
Comes up
fastball.
empty with a
Low
swing there.
outside.
And a swing and a miss.
Slurve. Middle outside.
Next offering misses. Ball 1.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
And delivers outside.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Got him. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 4-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
In the air, right field. 1 down. Brian Reynolds here. Grounded out his first time up. Smoked on the ground a second. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next for the
Two down, bases empty. Marcell Ozuna, the next Pirate to hit. Hit by a pitch his first time and then came around to score. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Up next for the Pirates, O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah!
Yo one. On a line. And that is that. So one left for Pittsburgh. They lead 4-0. Start of the fourth. Now here's the Orioles DH, Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
You know, these Orioles
Sweeper.
just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Oh, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
Four-seam fastball.
So up next, Gunnar
Low
Henderson.
outside.
Yeehaw!
Four-seam fastball. High outside. Four-seam fastball. High outside.
0-2 now. Ball one
Nope,
there.
ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Slider. Middle inside.
And they'll do it again.
Sinker.
The Buccos
Low
leading
middle.
by 4. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Ozuna moving under this one. 2 up, 2 down. And now it's the polar
Four-seam
bear,
fastball.
Pete Alonso.
Low middle.
Right through there for a strike.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Swing and a miss.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
That one
ball.
just misses.
Really nice
Sweeper.
slider right
Low
there.
outside.
Sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Swings through him for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. They trail it here 4-0. Back here in Pittsburgh, at the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick York.
York.
And that one is lifted in the air. Takes it in for the out. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jared Triolo. And it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next for the Pirates. First
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. There's a strike. Quick toss to first. Triolo back on a dive. Triolo leads off first with 1 away. Jackknifes out of the way. In the air, left field. Full extension, makes the catch. What a play.
Really nice job of tracking that one down. I noticed some initial hesitation, ball off the bat. Didn't look like he got a great read, but he made up for it by closing on it quickly, laid out, and hauled it in.
Here's the catcher, Henry Davis.
Hut!
There's a swing and a miss. Not close with that one. Ball 2. Here's a high chopper. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Pirates lead 1, but they lead it 4-0. Ready now for the 5th inning. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Samuel Basallo.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Basallo measures 6 feet 4 inches, 180 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Now he's challenging the called strike, and it's going to stay a strike. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left.
Sinker. Low outside.
The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Sweeper. Low inside.
Got him swinging. Strikeout number 8. Here's the third baseman, Kobe Mayo.
High outside.
On the ground to the left. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
It's a hit, and the ball hitting the bag definitely played a factor. Those moments can go either way, and it seemed to work out for the offense in that spot.
1 out, runner at second. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Sinker.
1 out and a runner at second, and we're at the top of the 5th.
Slider. Middle inside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Slider. Middle inside.
Here's the 0-2. Good eye on that spot.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Stays alive.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it's off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The run comes in from second, and now a wide throw to third.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Low inside.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and he'll play it on a bounce. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
And that's down. A base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Up next for the Orioles.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
2 on, 1 out. To the right side. 1 at second. Double play. What a quick filling to end the inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Pirates 4 and the Orioles 2. here at PNC Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that she can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
And the leadoff man aboard.
Waste no time there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Taveras going after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. The flip. There's one to first. Not in time. Great effort there. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. That one ripped but foul. Quick move to first. Reynolds dives back in safely. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
On the ground right side. Play made. That ends the inning. It's the Pirates 4 and the Orioles 2. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
I ain't trying to do too much, I'm trying to stay tapped in, yeah. Chasing you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. The guest list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spent 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment. I don't got no time to pet it. Paris Fashion Week, they asking me if we can who the best is.
Digging in, Taylor Ward.
The designated hitter, Taylor
Slurve.
Ward.
Low outside.
Late swing fouled off.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Hard hit right side. Horwitz takes it himself. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Up next for the
Gunnar
Orioles.
Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. The Orioles down by a pair, and we're the top half of the 6th. In the air, left field. Ozuna on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 2 down. Here's Pete Alonso, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. High fly ball down the left field line. That's back there. Brings it back on a leaping catch. Wow, what a play.
Thought he was going to get to jog around the bases after it left the bat, but the left fielder said, not today. Goes up, and he brings that in. Exciting way to end the inning.
Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, number 76. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Leading off, O'Neal Cruz, 1 for 2. Down the line, it's a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Up next for the Pirates, Nick York. And that's a little bit high. And that's ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Cruz gets his lead at first. Nobody out. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe it back against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. On the ground. And foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
You know, Boog, you often think a slider is more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Line drive, base hit. Flying around third is Cruz. Safe. 3-run game. It's 5-2.
Comes through with the RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now at the plate, Spencer Horwitz. Pitches in for a strike. 0-1. Swing, and that's ripped towards right center. 2 away now.
Up next
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Henry Davis. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
This one in the air right field. Whips on it, and it falls in. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Up next for the Pirates. Right
So
fielder.
2 outs with runners on the corners. Jake Mangum getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. The Pirates trying to break this one open here in the bottom of the 6th. Hard hit into the gap. 1 run will score. Davis around third. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 7-2.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Number 76 out of the game. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. Albert Suarez taking over on the mound.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man on second, 2 down. Runner takes off for third. Pitch misses. Throw to third. Save.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base, probably caught him off guard a little bit.
That one pushed foul. The 1-2. That's down and in. Got him swinging for the strikeout. They limit the damage here. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 7-2 ball game. We go to the top of the 7th and into the box for Baltimore. Samuel Vasallo. On the ground to short. Over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Kobe Mayo. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Foul ball there.
Slider, low outside.
Breaking ball misses down and away.
Sinker.
The Buccos leading by 5 here in the top half of inning number 7. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
4-seam fastball, low inside.
That one missed.
Ball.
And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. 1 challenge remaining for them now.
Sweeper, low outside.
Comes a 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Sweeper, middle outside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Fastball, low inside. Sweeper, low outside.
Here's a 2-2.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball, low outside.
The 2-2. In the air to left center. And makes the grab. And there's 2 away. Here's the left fielder, Dylan Beavers. And first offering is fouled off.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
2 down, nobody on. And that one fouled off.
Sweeper, middle inside.
The 0-2.
Sweeper, middle inside.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Orioles held in check there. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Back here in Pittsburgh, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
And it's fouled away. The 0-1. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Mayo takes it in for the out. 1 away. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. Liner to second. It picked on the hop. To first. Now 2 out. 2 outs, base is empty. O'Neal Cruz, the next Pirate to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
That's a ball.
down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Cut on and miss, struck him out. Out number 3. Nothing doing here for Pittsburgh, but they're still on top 7-2. We're at the top of the 8th, and into the box for Baltimore, Colton Cowser. Righty reliever out of the pen, Bubba Chandler.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
And that one was indeed a strike. So that removes their last challenge.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside. Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Four-seam fastball. Low inside.
And the 0-2. Good job to fight that one off.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at bat alive.
Triolo should have this one. Takes it in for the out. Here's the center fielder, Leody Taveras.
Leody Taveras.
Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just
Four-seam
foul.
fastball. High inside.
Tap to first, but it
That's a
kicks
foul ball.
foul.
Circle change.
Chandler goes 6 feet 3 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Low middle.
2 down, bases empty. Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a big swing and a miss.
Low outside. Circle change. Low inside.
Out towards right center field. Mangum settles under it. And that'll do it. It's the Pirates 7 and the Orioles 2. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Nick York. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Triolo stands in now and watches strike 1. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the Pirates.
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit.
Nope, ball.
Double steal. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to third. Save. Double steal.
That solo base right there was all about the jump off the pitcher. He got a nice lead, timed him up perfectly, and was off to the races as soon as that pitcher went home. That's how you want to do it. That excites the entire team over there in the dugout.
Puts a bunt down. Flips it, and they get the out. Henry Davis, the next to hit. He's already homered here in this one. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Bunts it back towards the pitcher. Fires to first in time. Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Albert Suarez is done, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back. Coming on for the Orioles, number 66.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would.
And this ball gets down. It's a hit. The run scores from third. It's an RBI single, and it's 9-2.
Picks himself up an RBI. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now it's the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez. And that one ripped to left. That is the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Through 8 full, Buck goes out in front, 9-2. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Taylor Ward. On the mound now for the Pirates, Gregory Soto.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters. He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And the leadoff man aboard.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield.
Ball.
That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. No challenges left for them now.
Sinker.
The 1-0.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Ward aboard here at first with nobody out. Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Oh, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
That one missed.
Sinker. Low middle.
Fouled off left side.
Sinker. Low middle.
The 3-1. And a swing and a miss there.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Man at first, one away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Orioles down to their final out.
No, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
The Orioles down to their final strike. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 0-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out, and that's the ball game.
When you win by 7 runs, it's a real encouraging game all the way around. The hitters feel good about what they did in this one, but the pitchers also know that if they get into a little bit of a jam, they know the offense is very capable of putting up runs. Good job.
This one ends the final 9-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Chambi saying so long.